Welcome to our video on how to add an external link to a bibliography item in AsciiDoc. If you're creating technical documents or academic papers using AsciiDoc, you may have wondered how to include links to external sources in your bibliography. In this video, we'll take you through the step-by-step process of adding an external link to a bibliography item in AsciiDoc. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to enhance your documents with clickable links to external resources. When it comes to creating a bibliography in AsciiDoc, you typically use the bibliography attribute to specify the file containing your bibliographic entry. However, when you want to include an external link to one of those entries, things can get a bit tricky. The good news is that AsciiDoc provides a simple way to achieve this using the URL attribute. Let's break it down step by step. 1. First, make sure you have your bibliography file set up correctly. This usually involves creating a separate file with a bib extension and listing all your bibliographic entries in it. Each entry should include the author, title, publication date, and other relevant details. To add an external link to one of these entries, you'll need to modify the entry itself. You can do this by adding a new attribute called URL. This attribute allows you to specify the URL of the external resource you want to link to. The format is straightforward. Simply append the URL attribute followed by the URL in question. For example, if your bibliographic entry looks like this: Tree, author, title, publisher, year, you can add a link to an external resource like this: Tree, author, title, publisher, year, URL, https://externalresource.com. Notice how the URL attribute is added at the end of the entry. This tells AsciiDoc that you want to include a clickable link to the specified URL when rendering your bibliography. To recap, adding an external link to a bibliography item in AsciiDoc involves creating a separate bibliographic file with the bib extension, listing each bibliographic entry with its relevant details, adding the URL attribute, followed by the URL of the external resource. By following these simple steps, you can enhance your AsciiDoc documents with clickable links to external resources. That's it for today's tutorial on adding an external link to a bibliography item in AsciiDoc. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tutorials and tips on using AsciiDoc effectively. Do you have any questions or suggestions for future videos? Let us know in the comments below.